Alright fellas, welcome back. Bit of a change from the pace we've been going at with tinkering with the pumps and whatnot. We're doing a homebrew review, which we haven't done one of them for friggin' ages, because I don't often get sent it. So when I get sent it, it's an absolute pleasure to receive it. And of course, it's time to review Paul Dean's Coconut IPA. And I'll leave in the description box a link to his YouTube channel, so go and check him out. But on the note that we got sent, he said that it got bottled on the 31st of the 7th, ready to be opened on the 14th of the 8th. Well, it's the 22nd today. I'm filming this, so it should be ready, and it's thrown quite a sediment, Dean. So I think we're going to be carved up. So I'm just going to run through the recipe of what is put in here. The base malt is used 5 kg of pale malt. He's used 300 grams of Cara, 300 grams of Crystal, 200 grams of torrefied wheat. The hop wise, he's used 31 grams of Columbus for a 60-minute addition, Cascade 15 grams for a 10-minute addition, Mosaic 20 grams for a 10-minute addition, Cascade 15 grams at flame out, Mosaic 30 grams at flame out, and then he's dry hopped it, not sure for how many days, or 7 days it says here, with 50 grams of Mosaic. Mosaic should really be popping out of this. 200 grams of toasted unsweetened coconut added at flame out, and another 200 grams toasted coconut added with the dry hopping for the 7 days. Yeast was US-05, came out to 4.8% ABV. Hope you enjoy it, I'm sure I will. So it ain't sounding a million miles away from the Coconut IPA. Let's get her popped open into a glass and see what we think. So hopefully she's carved up. I think she will have done. Let's take a listen and cheers. My goodness, so carved up, Paul. Wow, that smells pretty damn good out of the bottle. Let's get it poured out, fellas. See what we're working with. She looks really clear in the bottle, so hopefully, you know, just settle that down there. Sediment's floating around a little bit in the bottom, but I don't want to drag too much in for the appearance of it, but just friggin' look at that. You can see my ugly mug through there. See my mug? Crystal clear. Absolutely crystal. And the thing I like about this, I knew just looking in the bottle, but I wasn't sure whether it was like muck or grease on the bottle that I was seeing. But when I was looking through the bottle at the beer the other day, I was like, it looks hazy, and that was a good thing. It looked clear, but it looked like it had got some nice hop, some nice coconut haze sort of running through it, and we have. It's clear, as you can see, but when the light was on it, you can just see little particles floating around. The carbonation looks bang on. The head, it's dissipated, but we have been rattling. So let's get an aroma on this Coconut IPA. Oh man, yeah, big coconut. Big toasted coconut, and of course, masses of Mosaic coming through. And a little bit of malts, but it's mainly the coconut and the Mosaic that's bounding through, and no off aromas. There's nothing in there that shouldn't be there. Smelling nice and clean. Anyway, Paul and everyone else that's watching, cheers. Let's go for a taste. You know what? That's friggin' good, man. That is a nice little drop. Same on the flavour. Heaps of coconut. At the back end, which is where I was getting it on the Coconut Shy IPA. It was more on the back end, sort of just now. You can taste the lovely coconut. Mosaic as well, coming into play. I'm not really picking up much of the Cascade, which had some Cascade at flame out. Of course, it's mainly about the Mosaic, and it was on the Coconut Shy IPA as well. What we got it down at, 4.8%. There's a slight numbingness as it goes down, which makes me think that it's more than 4.8%. It's drinking more like a 6%, something like that. One of the biggest sort of gripes with beer, beer that I brew, commercial beer, is the carbonation being too much. For me, it just pisses me off. I just can't stand it. Just my preference. This is alright. That is bang on the right amount of carbonation that I like. It's just enough to get everything moving around, but like now, I don't feel the urge to get rid of this gas ball that's trying to escape. So that's a big thumbs up to me. I overcarbonated the last beer that went on. Can't remember what it was, before the Heffy and before the Norseman. Overcarbonated it, and it just sort of ruins it. So big thumbs up for that. It's very light on the palate. It's very light mouthfeel about it. The pale malt is definitely coming through. The crystal is definitely adding a nice sort of toasty, charged sweetness that sort of runs at the back of the tongue, side of the tongue. It really sort of moves with the bitterness, works well with it. And of course it's added a lovely colour. That Columbus bitterness is definitely present, but in balance with everything else. It's not sort of overpowering, it's just enough. But the main star of this is the coconut and Mosaic. It does come through. It does come through. I'd be interested to know, if you're watching, Paul, what temperature you fermented it at. It's nearly gone, man. So you can tell I've enjoyed it. Very enjoyable little drop there, Paul. As you can see, it's gone. If I was to compare it to the Coconut Shy IPA, it's not a million miles away. It's very, 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 very similar with that coconut coming in mainly at the back end. The Mosaic, nice and punchy. The malts seem to be bang on. In fact, the one that I had carbonated here, that ain't a million miles away. That ain't a million miles away. It's good. That's really good. It's gone. Anyway, Paul, thanks for sending that for the review. Hope you liked the video. I just thought I'd do just a separate video for it, you know. Just give it its own little slot and put it up for everyone. But that's it. So check Paul out on Facebook, Paul Dean. Check him out on YouTube. I'll leave his link in the description box. Go and check him out. So he started putting videos out again, and you can see his setup and everything. And that's it. If anyone else wants to send me some beer to review, I will be more than happy to review it. If you want to send it, and that's it. So as always, guys, don't forget to thumb this video because it's doing what I do. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a little red button down here that says subscribe. Click it and you won't see what's coming up next. Share the video, get it out there for all to see. And until next time, I'm out of here.